Hey guys, DrKobra here, and a few things have changed since the last game I uploaded. First off, I made Silver League. Woohoo! Exciting. So at least I'm getting there, I guess. And the other thing is I started playing random instead of only Zerg. Just because I miss Protoss, pretty much. And I figure if I'm ever going to play random, I gotta start now while I'm low. So obviously this game I got Protoss, and this guy is a Zerg. GgNoRe, or GgNoRe. NoRe? I'm gonna say NoRe. Yeah, and so the reason, no, I already mentioned that, why I switched to randoms, because I'm gonna play Protoss, haha. So yeah, you're gonna see other race games from me. Probably not many Terran games, just because I'm awful at Terran. I don't know what I'm doing. Protoss and Zerg, I both know enough that I can like learn per game. And while I'm technically undefeated with Terran so far in I think only one game, but I'm just bad with them. I can't give much knowledge to you, but I'll probably put up a Terran game every once in a while, just because I'm playing random for more variety. So I'm Zerg. I'm Protoss. Excuse me. So I found GgNoRe. We've got cross positions. I see he's going spawning pool first, but it's not early or cheesy at all. It's just, I think it's probably 15 pool followed by 15 hatch or something. But I'm not gonna do. What I should have done is stay down here and try to block a hatch, but I do a terrible job of that. So he's going to get the hatch up unharassed. So yeah, I come down and find the hatch. I don't remember if I went 3-gate expand or 1-gate expand into 3 gates. But I've got my first gateway up. Should be throwing down. Yeah, there's the Cybernetic Explore. Just been chrono boosting out probes. Nothing special really. So I'm going to run this probe away just because I don't want to lose him. I think I'm going to turn around once I notice this guy stops following me. I'll check up on GgNoRe. No gas yet. That's something to notice. And a spine crawler in kind of a weird place. I'm sure he's going to run it down there once he finishes. So, did he lose a... How did he get to 19 out of 18? I guess he must have done extractor trick or something, because I don't think I killed any... I don't have anything in tax area, so... I'll assume he did an extractor trick. He's got his first queen out. Should have a second queen on the way momentarily. Yeah. He's just droning up. Still no gas, but he's trying to play it safe with, get the spine crawler out for him already. So yeah, I'm going 3-gate into expansion. And I'm going to be building mostly sentries early so I can let him charge up energy and stuff. I'm actually pretty impressed with my macro this game. It seemed like I didn't forget pylons, which is something at least I'm impressed with my keeping up with pylons. How about that? I used to always forget pylons when I was in Masters. So yeah, GgNoRe got the Roach Warren on the way, but it still doesn't have any gas, so either he forgot his gas, or this is a really bad timing on Roach Warren, because he gets it up, but he can't afford to make any roaches. I'm going to assume he forgot, because he probably tried to make some, and then was like, oh shit. Second spine out front. He's droning hard. He doesn't have any Zerglings. If I had gone for like a 4-gate or something, this guy would just be dead. And he wouldn't know if I was going 4-gate or not, so... I guess a little bit lucky for him that I didn't 4-gate, I guess. So I've got my expansion on the way. 4 sentries out already, that's pretty good. Waiting for warp gate. My timings on like warp gate are way off, just because I haven't played Protoss in so long. But I do end up getting it eventually here. 3 more sentries, so 7 sentries, that's a pretty good number early. Check up on GgNoRe. Going for that lair right away. Still no units. Also no speed, by the way. So I'm going to move out with my sentries here. Just try to take control of the map a little bit. I feel like if you go 3 gate before you expand, you need to put on a little pressure on the Zerg. At least make him waste some larvae to make units. So yeah. First Stalker's out. I'm going to send this guy forward to make some pylons for me. Or a pylon. So I cleared out both watchtowers. Sent some guys out to my expansion. I'm going to throw down the forge to get +1. If we look at GgNoRe, he's been pumping a lot of roaches. I think he's used like all of his larvae for roaches pretty much ever since he saw me move out. So yeah, probably my fault for taking too long to come down here, but let's see, can he see me right there? No, he actually can't see me, so it's good to know on my part actually. I was wondering if he could. So here I come. Probably could use some more stalkers in this comp. I come down and see... Oh, junk, he's got 16 roaches. I might could have taken him in a fight, but I don't know. Probably not, because that's a lot of roaches. I'm going to back off. Get some pretty good force fields, trapping a lot of roaches in back. And trapping some in the front when he tries to retreat. Need to back off, got some low units. Yeah, I'm able to back off. He's going to keep following. I don't think I meant to do that, actually, but I did. So, going to fight him on the ramp. Good force fields. Look at all those units not doing anything. Trap 4 in the front. So yeah, I've done quite a bit of damage. Killed probably like 9 roaches. Although he killed 11 units. No, I killed 11. He killed 9. So not the most cost-effective attack for me. I'm going to poke forward again. And he's still just building units. So at this point, when I saw this many roaches, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm done. I've done enough damage in that I've forced him to just waste a bunch of larvae on units. So now I realize I've got to fall back and defend. And just to prove my point, I'm up by 7 harvesters just because he's used all these larvae for units instead of drones. Even though he's up in supply. I'm up in harvesters. So I built some units at home. I'm going to come back and meet up with them. Alright, what is my plan from here on out? During that attack, I threw down a couple more warp gates. Got the robo facility up. +1's almost finished. And I'm making 2 observers. Something I didn't used to do much, but I've learned from watching Brood War. And I noticed I'm falling behind a little bit on my macros, so I'm just going to build a bunch more shit. Oh, I like Council. This is for +2, I think. And gateways. I need to throw down Robotic Support Bay. Robotic Support Bay. Robotic Support Bay. I need to start upgrading some more. Anyways. I've got my observers, hotkeyed. I'm checking for a 3rd base. And I'm checking what he's got in his main. So he's got lair, but he doesn't have any lair tech yet. So I was a little curious what he was going for. By the way, he's also got double upgrades going. And he's got some speedlings out. Yeah, so he's already starting +2. And he's got +1. Zerglings just getting massacred. I've started my 3rd. I'm coming over here to intercept, although he's not coming. And he started his 3rd, but I don't know it's there. I haven't found it. I just expected him to go here. So he found my pylon in the front and killed it. So I noticed he's got burrow movement, which is what those spikes are. So I'm going to try to keep this observer on his army because I don't want him, you know, burrow burrow move raping me somehow. But the observer's slower than them, which is makes it kind of hard. He did a tiny bit of shield damage up there, but nothing to be worried about. Back in my base, +2 still slowly on its way, and I've got the first Colossus on its way. Probably slower than I wanted to. I should have had the robotics bay back when I was screaming at myself to have a robotics bay. And I probably should upgrade better, since he's going to be ahead of me in upgrades. I've also got charge on the way, just because I have quite a few zealots. I've got a lot of money, too. So I'm grouping up. I think once I hit +2 and I've got a Colossus is when I'm going to move out. That's kind of what the timing I was going for. Here's the Colossus, +2 in charge, both about to finish. So starting my pylons, by the time I fight him, I should have +2 and charge. And I was hoping for thermal lance, but you'll see I don't quite have it. So I told my probe to come up here and put a pylon, and I was like, oh what? So getting in a fight right here, +2, finishing as we speak. Some good force fields for me. Look at this. I don't know, just in case you don't know much about force field use. See, I like leave a little bit of space in between them. I don't want to just use all my energy, but this traps this many units in back and this many in front, pretty much. So splitting them up so I can just do a ton of damage. I've got an observer here in case he tries burrow movement stuff. I've got one there too. So here's where I'm like, oh god, I found a base. So warping in a lot more units. Got my forward pylon. Got more Colossus on the way. Thermal lance almost done. Oops. Here's where I move up and thermal lance isn't done. Oh god. Back up. Carelessly lose the observer. I realize that's actually a pretty good idea. Just put down a few spore crawlers across the map. So yeah, this third base is going to go down. No problem. Now, he's got a bunch of mutas. I had no idea these were coming. Just because my observer and his main died to this spore crawler. So I had no idea this was coming. It caught me by surprise, actually, quite a bit. I mean, that's a bunch of mutas. What's that? 14? So let's see what I decide to do. So I've taken out his third, but he had his fourth up, or his new third. He's throwing down a bunch of spines because he knows this is where I'm probably coming next. He's got his army here. So he's just going to destroy all of this. What I decided was, I thought my ground army could take his pretty easily. So I'm going to try to pull some of them back. I don't do a great job of getting most of them. Pull them back. I'm going to spawn in as many stalkers as I can and throw down some cannons over here. So I'm going to sack this third, defend my second, and I feel like I can just take out his army when I do that. So yeah, getting a few probes away. Here come the stalkers. There's a cannon. I meant to make more than one. I don't know how many I actually made. Also threw down gold. And now I'm moving in. He decides he's going to need to pull back and try to defend instead of doing some sort of trade, which I think was smart of him. So I come in here to his nat, and it's very unorganized, losing a lot of units in the beginning for no reason, really. Here he comes in from the back to flank me, focusing down the Colossus. Smart idea. None of them are down yet. Force fielding the ramp, pretty good force fields. It does take out a Colossus. And, okay, at this point, when I notice T's pulled back to attack, I think I start making some more probes. And I pull all the stalkers I made up here, I pull them down to help fight. So when I need a bunch to deal with all these mutas. He's trying to regroup at his third. He's making more roaches, but his natural falls. He probably needed to keep that alive to win, honestly, so Here's the last hope. If he can crush my army here, maybe he's still got a chance. But it's just not going to happen. I'm 100 supply ahead of him, so... No, Colossus, run! Yeah, zealots, yay! So he leaves the game. Pretty much, I think this one came down to he spent way too many larvae on units and then didn't do anything with them. This is something that I've kind of learned just playing Zerg, is if you overspend on units, like he did, if you just, I mean, accidentally, or if you get tricked into it or whatever, if you overspend on larvae on units, you have to do damage. You can't just be behind in harvesters like that. Oh, I guess I put the cannons back here. And then the other thing was, you probably should have stayed with this mutas long enough to take out this nexus and then gone back. And then not been so careless right here. He lost like, I don't know, 15 Zerglings and maybe like 5-6 mutas. Just came over here and demolished themselves. I'm not sure if it was enough to make a difference, but it might have been. So yeah, that's it from me. Come back to see more action later.